Welcome student. Today we are going to see about the Jablonski diagram. When a light or photon of energy is absorbed by material, then after absorption of this light there is also re-emission of this absorbed light takes place. And when this absorbed light is re-emitted instantaneously, means as soon as the light incident on the material, then after absorption it get re-emitted instantaneously. Such a phenomenon is called as a fluorescence. And as soon as we cut off this incident light, this fluorescence phenomena gets stopped. That is, फ्लोरोस्कंस गेट सीज्ड. आर यू गेटिंग क्लियर? समझ में आया? फ्लोरोस्कंस फिनोमिना में क्या होता है? जब मटेरियल इंसिडेंट लाइट एब्जॉर्ब करता है तो इंस्टेंटेनियसली विद इन द 10 raised to power -8 second in such a short time the absorbed light get re-emitted instantaneously, and as soon as this incident light cut off, this phenomena gets stopped. That is, fluorescence gets ceased. Are you getting clear? समझ में आया? फ्लोरोस्कंस में क्या होता है? इंसिडेंट लाइट एब्जॉर्ब होता है और इंस्टेंटेनियसली विद इन 10 raised to power -8 सेकंड में री-इमिट होता है, और वैसा ही जो इंसिडेंट लाइट कट ऑफ होता है तो ये फिनोमिना स्टॉप हो जाती है. दिस इज फर्स्ट फिनोमिना, दैट इज फ्लोरोस्कंस. समटाइम्स व्हाट हैपन? द इंसिडेंट लाइट इज इंसिडेंट ऑन द मटेरियल. आफ्टर एब्सॉर्प्शन this light is re-emitted after some time. Are you getting clear? After some times means light get absorbed. After absorption there is some time and later on get re-emitted. Such a phenomenon is called as a phosphorescence. No doubt phosphorescence and fluorescence both are the phenomena in which absorbed light is re-emitted, but here re-emitted in fluorescence instantaneously within 10 raised to power -8 second. Here delayed fluorescence is a phenomenon, and that phenomenon is a fluorescence. Are you getting clear? समझ में आया? Phosphorescence में क्या होता है? Absorbed light is re-emitted after some fraction of second. It get absorbed, later on after some time it is re-emitted. That is, delayed fluorescence is nothing but phosphorescence. Now in order to see these Jablonski diagram, that is radiative transition on and non-radiative transitions, we must know some fundamental things. These fundamental things are known to you. When electron or molecule is in its singlet ground state, here let me assume this, in this system the molecule is in its singlet ground state. Here there are two electrons. This is S0, that is a singlet ground state. Here the spin of this first electron is plus half, spin of this second electron is minus half. That's why total spin, that is S, is equals to S1 plus S2, that is plus half minus half, that is equals to 0. And spin multiplicity twice S plus 1 is equals to 1. That's why this is called as a singlet ground state. We studied it in previous period. Also, you know, when a light is absorbed, after absorption of light, this electron transitions from this singlet ground state to excited triplet states and singlet states. These are S1, S2, S3 are the singlet excited state, and corresponding to this singlet excited state there are T1, T2, T3, that is excited triplet state. Again, you know the energy of this T1, that is single triplet state, is less as compared to its corresponding singlet excited state. Also, the energy of T3, that is excited triplet state, is less than its corresponding singlet excited state S3. Also, the energy of T2 is less than its corresponding S2. These are nothing but a basic concept in order to study this Jablonski diagram. Now, again here, when the molecule in the singlet ground state, when molecule is in S0, after absorption of light, what happens? The electron transitions, and there are two possibilities. Which are these two possibilities? You know, this is a singlet ground state. When light is absorbed, then there are these two possibilities. First one, this electron transition from ground state to excited state, and both have like spin, that is parallel spin. Either there is a second possibility, which are that possibility, this electron and the electron which is transition, they have anti-parallel spin. Again here, plus half, that is total spin equals to 1. Spin multiplicity is 3, because spin multiplicity is nothing but twice s plus 1. Okay, twice s plus 1, that is the spin multiplicity is 3. Then when the electron transitions and both have anti-parallel spin, then total spin s is equals to plus half and minus half, that's why 0. That's why spin multiplicity twice s plus 1 equals to 1. Twice s plus 1, that is equals to 1. That is singlet excited state. In this way, it has a spin multiplicity 1, it has a spin multiplicity 3. Getting it? In this way, you know what happens after absorption of light by the molecule in the ground state. There are two possibilities. Now, further, on absorption of light, the molecule transitions from ground state to excited state, that is from S0 to S1 or S0 to S2, that is S0 to S3, and corresponding to S1, S2, S3, there are T1, T2, T3. These are the triplet excited state. These are the singlet excited state. Again, energy of triplet excited state is less than their corresponding singlet excited state. And after absorption, electron comes here. But when there is a transition from S3 to S1 and S2 to S1, these transitions from S3 to S2 or from S2 to S1, these are called as internal conversion, and these transitions are non-radioactive. Non-radiative means there is no emission of light. Non-radiative means no emission of light. Also, when electron transition from T3 to T2 and T2 to T1, again these transition also known as internal conversion. These transitions are also non-radiative, and these transitions, non-radiative transitions, which transitions? Non-radiative. These non-radiative transitions, there is no emission of light, that is emissionless, means no emission of light, no emission of light, and these transitions occurs in 10 raised to power minus 11 seconds. Getting it? Also, when electron transitions from S2 to S1, sorry, S2 to T2, means transition of electron between the different spin multiplicity. Here what is the spin multiplicity? It is a singlet excited state. Here triplet excited state. Transition from singlet to its corresponding triplet. These transitions are called as inter-system crossing, ISC, inter-system crossing. Also, the transition from S1 to T1 means different multiplicity, that is singlet excited state. It is its corresponding triplet excited state. When there is a transition of electron from S1 to T1, it is also a inter-system crossing, that is ISC. Again, these are the non-radiative transition, means no emission of light occurs there. Are you getting clear? समझ में आ रहा है ये सब? नॉन रेडिएटिव ट्रांजिशंस कौन से है? S3 to S2, S2 to S1 और T3 to T2, T2 to T1. विद इन द सेम मल्टीप्लिसिटी होने वाले ट्रांजिशन, उनको बोला जाता है इंटरनल कन्वर्जन, नॉन रेडिएटिव. दे ऑकर्ड इन वेरी स्मॉल टाइम, 10⁻⁻11 second. Also second, that is second non-radiative transitions, which between the different spin transition of electron between the different spin multiplicity, transition from S3 to T3. If we take this transition, it is also ISC, that is inter-system crossing. There is no emission of light. This is also a transition, which transition from S2 to T2. Again, this transition S1 to T1, no emission of light. These are the non-radiative transitions. And second one is radiative transitions. Radiative transitions. These transitions involve fluorescence and phosphorescence. Previously, you know, in fluorescence, instantaneous re-emission as well as incident light cutoff, the fluorescence gets stopped. What is fluorescence? Incident light is absorbed. After absorption, this light is emitted, but after some time, that is delayed fluorescence is called as a phosphorescence. And as the incident light cut off, these phosphorescence still continue. Getting it? समझ में आ रहा है? दोनों में बहुत बड़ा difference है. What happens in radiative transition? When the electron transitions from S1 to its singlet ground state, or from T1 to its singlet ground state, these are radiative transitions. Fluorescence is a radiative transitions because here transition of electron takes place from S1 to S0. Re-emission of light instantaneously, it is radiative. Again, corresponding to this S1, there is a corresponding T1, means corresponding to this singlet excited state, there is a single triplet excited state. When electron transition from T1 to ground state, then this is phosphorescence. Here there is a delay of emission of light. In this way, fluorescence and phosphorescence are radiative transitions, and these transitions are occurred in fluorescence occurred, we previously seen, in 10⁻⁻8 second. Now these are nothing but radiative and non-radiative transition. But what happens when the transition of molecule takes place from one singlet state to its corresponding triplet state? The transitions are non-radiative and spectroscopically such a transitions are referred as a forbidden transitions. However, they are occur through a relatively slow process.